More music coming up this hour, including Pitbull and Kesha, Timber. By the way, I went down like Timber last night. Yeah, it fell in the snow. Just another part of my winter blues. But anyways, more importantly, right now, we'd like to welcome to the show Rockford's very own Kylie Lewis, who made her appearance on The Bachelor last night. Hey, Kylie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It was a pleasure watching you last night. I think you handled yourself gracefully, you know what I mean? Like a true woman. Good for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course, obviously, wasn't the easiest of nights for you.
Oh, my gosh. It brought back some tough memories.
Yeah. We'll get into last night's episode. At first, I just kind of want to get into the beginning of, like, how exactly did you get on The Bachelor? Like, what made you kind of decide, like, well, maybe I'll just give this a shot?
Well, I mean, I've been single for a couple years now, and comfortably, but I thought, might as well try out. They had an open casting call in downtown Chicago, so my best friend was like, hey, why don't we just go for fun? I've always been a fan of the show. For all the seasons now, it's been almost 10 or 11 years I've been watching.
Right.
So I figured it would be neat to be on it, but I didn't think I really had a chance, just considering I think like 100,000 girls applied.
Wow.
So I went to a casting call in downtown Chicago, and then the rest is history.
And how long did it take for you to find out that you actually made it onto the show?
It was a lot of waiting, and I did fly out to LA for some more interviews with the actual producers. So after waiting for so long, I started to get my hopes up, but then I was trying to protect myself. I'm like, whatever, if I don't get on it, it's fine. And I was at work, and I was by myself, and I got the call. So I'm, like, super excited. I'm like, are you serious? Wait, are you sure? Are you serious? She's like, yes. And the producer was so calm. So I was like, I felt so dumb. I was by myself. It was exciting.
Yeah, and then tell us something that people don't know that are watching at home. Like you said, you were a fan too, and obviously it doesn't happen like when you watch it on TV. I'm sure it was kind of like maybe a long drawn out process as far as filming and stuff like that. What did you learn from actually being on the show as from watching it? You know what I mean, as far as behind the scenes and stuff.
Oh my gosh! I mean, in a nutshell, it's a completely different world than you would ever imagine it being just from watching. It's such a huge production for one episode that, I mean, the first night is 10 hours of filming, and it's into a 2-hour special. So, I mean, as far as all of the behind the scenes is more than I can ever even explain. But the first night, the producers told me to be ready in my gown, and we're on lockdown in the hotel room by ourselves with no phone, no internet, no nothing, for 3 days. So I'm already going crazy. And, yeah, you feel like an animal in a cage.
Right.
Like, I know no one, I don't think, in this day and age can even imagine 3 days without interaction with anyone.
Right, and not even your phone. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. I realized how sad it is, how much I rely on it. So it was actually kind of nice to be without it. But so that day they say, okay, we'll be ready by 4:30 in your dress. And I did my own hair, my own makeup, and everything. They didn't come to get me to go to the limo until 9:30.
Wow.
So I was pacing my room. I was going absolutely crazy.
I can imagine, and that was only the beginning. Coming up next, we'll talk more with Kylie Lewis from The Bachelor. She'll let us know what she really thinks of Juan Pablo. And, of course, she'll talk about what happened during the rose ceremony. Keep it right here on the Esko Let's Go Show. It's Power 106. It's the Esko Let's Go Show, and right now we are continuing our conversation with Rockford's very own Kylie Lewis from The Bachelor. Yes, last night's episode, if you watched it, it was quite interesting, and Kylie had a huge part in the episode. Right now, Kylie, let's just talk about when you first arrived at the mansion, you walked out the limo, and you saw Juan Pablo. What was your instant impression of him?
Oh, my gosh. I wasn't nervous. Since I've auditioned in May, I haven't been nervous at all, up until the moment we pulled up in front of the mansion that I've seen on TV a million times. And so that is when it became real to me.
Right.
And he was just standing there. We're all sitting in the limo, and he's just standing there out in front of the mansion by himself, and I'm like, oh my God, he looks so cute, and he's like real, and he's there, and I'm about to be like on one of my favorite shows. So that was really, really crazy, and I was definitely nervous at that point.
Do you think you guys connected at all? Did you feel like a connection? I mean, obviously a short amount of time or whatever, but did you feel anything, any kind of sparks? in your perspective?
I honestly didn't feel any connection with him.
Uh-huh.
He's a really good looking guy, and he seems like he's got a lot going for him. And I personally love that he's a dad.
Right.
I love children, and I was so ready to, be a stepmom to Camila if I had a connection with him. But
right.
No, I had one-on-one time with him, which they didn't show.
Yeah.
And I didn't really feel a connection with him.
Right.
I was more upset to leave the whole experience than to leave him.
Right. And yes, you didn't get a rose last night, but you thought you did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I really thought I did.
Okay, let's kind of explain what happened. The rose ceremony, he's giving out roses. Now, I believe he said Kate. With his accent, it kind of sounded like he said Kylie, and you actually thought he said you. And when you thought he said you, what did you actually think? You're like, yes.
Well, okay, let's be serious. Kat and Kylie sound nothing alike.
Right.
But when you're deliriously tired,
right.
and it's 6 a.m. and he's got an accent, and he was kind of whispering, like he was talking really low.
Yeah.
I guess I just really wanted to hear my name, so when he said something that sounded similar to it, and he looked in my direction,
yeah.
I just went with it. I'm like, finally.
Right.
Oh my God. That moment when I saw his face, like he was like, yikes. Like I could tell something was wrong,
yeah.
and then he's like, no. I said, Kat, I lost all memory there. I don't remember what happened after that.
Now, watching it last night, what did you feel watching that on TV? You know what I mean?
I was embarrassed for myself. I was like clenching my teeth. Oh my God! It made me feel like I was in that moment again.
You're right.
I felt sorry for myself.
It all came back. And good thing. I'm glad you didn't throw up either, too. Almost. But I'll tell you what. You know what? Like I said, you did. Like I've been saying all day. You took it in stride. You kept your head held high, which you should. And you were the star of the show last night. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
You are you are going down in the Bachelor history.
I guess so. I never thought that moment would be a positive thing for me, but it's turning out to be pretty positive.
Absolutely. I would definitely also like to have you on the show more often as well. Maybe you could give your own perspective on different episodes of The Bachelor, okay?
I would love to do that. And this Sunday, the 12th, is a special on Us Girls That Got Let Go Night 1. So expect to see me on Sunday. I'm not 100% sure, but you might see some more tears from me then.
All right. Not that we're happy to see your tears. We're just happy to see you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy now, so that's all that matters.
All right. Thanks, Kylie. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for being a good sport and way to represent Rockford, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you for the support.
Kylie Lewis from The Bachelor, Rockford's very own, on the Esko Let's Go show.